Hello and welcome back to my channel. To those who are coming for the first time, welcome to Bantu Heritage. My name is Matema Dumbu, the man behind Bantu Heritage. Please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share, and let's grow the channel together. Today, we are at the Royal Air Force Museum in the West Midlands at Cosford, where all retired Royal Air Force planes are kept. So the heritage of the Air Force is all kept here, and the plane we are looking at the moment, the aircraft we are looking at, it was used by the Air Force as a training classroom for surveillance and things like that. It was in service for quite a long time, but mainly as a flying classroom for the Air Force staff. So this is the Hawker Siddeley, codenamed Dominity 1 Crew Trainer. It was in service from 1965 to 2011. So this thing you are seeing here, it was first used by the Royal Air Force in 1965 until 2011. So yes, it's now retired. It's now at Cosford at the Royal Air Force Museum. You can see the Air Force badge there. You can see the radar. The flaps there. Another big machine there. That's a cargo plane for the Air Force. Now retired, resting at Cosford, Royal Air Force Museum. This is also a Hawker Siddeley, codenamed Nimrod R1. A very large machine there. Yeah, this machine was used. It was quite a highly sophisticated, technologically advanced plane, the Nimrod. It was mainly used for electronic reconnaissance. Wow. As you can see, it has a nozzle, meaning that it could also refuel in air or refueled. It could be refueled again in the air, because this was an electronic flying control room. So it will be in the air doing its job there. So instead of it landing, it will just be refueled whilst it was flying. Amazing. Engines there, the landing gear, they say this thing was equipped with sensors all around, because it was used for surveillance, so it had to be fitted with sophisticated sensors so that from the sky it could detect danger on the ground and transmit data to those on the ground or to those in control rooms. So this was used from 1995 until 2011, meaning that in the Gulf War this thing might have been used. During the Iraqi war, this thing might have been used. Was these things you see here in retirement are war machines. These are not machines to fly people to their destinations for holidays or just for passenger transportation. These aircraft you see here at the Royal Air Force Museum were used to be used in the battlefield or on the battlefield. So as long as you are in a war, you need the support structure. You might have people on the ground, the infantry battalion. You might have drivers on the ground driving those tankers, but also there was this technical support. So they say this was the flying spy. People might be walking on the ground, but this thing now would be transmitting data and information to those on the ground.
There's the name of it. Where St Andrews Golf Course. Yeah.
So as you can see there, the history is all well documented. It was an electronic intelligence gathering aircraft. First went into service in 1968 and was retired in 2011. It could go at a maximum speed of 665 kilometers per hour. Rolls-Royce engines. Yes, so that's the Nimrod R1. Another one there in front of us. It looks quite old. Another war machine there. The glass nose. This is the Neptune Long Range Maritime Patrol. Can you imagine? From 1941, this was for the US Navy. It ended service in the US Navy in 1947, long time ago. Can you imagine 1947, guys, this thing going into service with the American Royal Air Force. They say more than 1,000 of these were built, were exported to Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Republic of China, France, and the Netherlands. So it was around the 1970s, they were now becoming obsolete. Around the 1980s, all of these were retired from the armies all over. But they say some of them continued until 2016, but in civilian use as firefighting tankers and water bombers. But the military had retired them earlier. So, yeah. So this is it, guys. This is a very old plane. Very old. You can tell this is an old machine. You see the engine, and also if you look at the landing gear, just one tire in front, and that's the landing gear, and that's the water bombers. Maybe that's the tank for putting in water so that they could fill water in there and then fly above the water zone and spray the water. That's the landing gear, just one tire. So as you can tell now, the modern aircraft, they've got 2 tires minimum on a landing gear. They might be small, but at least there will be 2 on either side of that shock absorber. It has done its part, and now it's retired. The Royal Air Force is looking after its heritage, and you can come at Cosford at the Royal Air Force Museum and see these birds of the air, which were used by the Air Force or the Royal Air Force and some other governments and armies around the world to do better. So yeah, I hope we have enjoyed these 3 aircraft. The training one, which was the small aircraft I showed you, and then the Nimrod, which was the electronic thing, which you can see in the distance, and then this one from 1947. Like what I was saying in the Transport Museum in Coventry, I was always saying you can really see how technology has evolved and how cars evolved then, but you can see here how aircraft have evolved as well. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe to the channel, share, and let's grow this channel together. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.